So I've got my triple decker here. I've got some highlights, my contour, illuminators, some Lip+Cheeks here, and some eyeshadows. So I'm gonna start off with the buff brush, and I'm just gonna be putting my all over highlight on. And I say all over, what I mean is basically just areas that I wanna color correct, because I'm not going to apply it all over. This is just my main highlight. So I'm gonna go in this area here. And for me, my main highlight right now, before I get kind of tan in the summer, my main highlight is amber. In the summertime, my main highlight, I think it's more of like mango, maybe sandy, I can't remember. But if you need to be, if you're getting a little bit more sun on your face, or you know you're going to be, just let me know and we can get your main highlight adjusted for the spring, summertime. So I'm just gonna dab some of that main highlight right there on my melasma. So when you want to color correct certain spots, I would apply it directly like that and just kind of blend it out. Just a little down here too. All right, so that is just my main highlight. So let's do a brightening highlight. I'm still using this buff brush. I'm using the smaller end, and I'm just applying some of my brightening highlight, which is Aura. And just making like a pie shaped there. So that's Aura. See the difference it makes? And then this side too. Now, if you feel like when you apply your main highlight, I mean, not main highlight, your brightening highlight, your accent highlight, whatever you want to call it, you feel like if you feel like it's not giving you that brightness, or if it's not much of a difference from your other highlight, then let me know, because we can change it up as well. So if you're changing up your main highlight for the spring, summer, then you're probably going to need to change up your brightening highlight as well to kind of keep up with that. And just applying that brightening highlight here, here, and right above my jawline here. All right, so that is my main highlight and brightening highlight. So next, using the detail brush, I'm gonna go into Astoria, which is my contour, and I'm just gonna kind of press and blend up and out right at my cheekbone. And it's okay if you go above the cheekbone, because we'll just blend it in with our blush. And I try to kind of stay back, like the corner of my eye and back, because you don't want to bring it too far over. You want to give that lift on the outside there. And this is the color Astoria. I just like the detail brush. I just like this angled end here for my contour. I don't know, just one of my favorites. But if you have the blush bronzer brush, you can take that smaller end and just angle it yourself if you want to. That will work just fine. And with your contour, you want to make sure that it darkens that area. I mean, it's supposed to be dark. If it's just lightly dark and you're not noticing much dimension after putting it on, then that needs to be changed up. So just let me know if you have any questions about that. So just kind of bringing my forehead down a little bit. I'm going to apply some contour here. And some people like to do like the 3 shape. You can certainly do that, because I'm going to also apply the contour to my jawline as well. And just blend down. I say this all the time, but I'll say it again. Don't get your contour in this area here, because we don't want to look like we have a beard. All right, and then you can also Contour your nose if you wanted to. I just flipped over this detail brush. I don't contour my nose too much, I'll be completely honest, so you won't see me do it too often. All right. And then I'm just gonna make my lower lip pop a little bit. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put it all over, but I'm taking my contour with this smaller end of the detail brush and kind of lining my lips with it. So just makes it a little bit more of a full look. And also too, when you apply your lip and cheek to your lips, it might give it like a little bit of a darker look. So that's what I kind of want today. All right, so contour is done and let's do blush. So I'm gonna use the color Dahlia today. I'll show you what this one looks like. It's this one here. Such a fun color. So I'm going in with my blush bronzer and I'm gonna dip it in there and I'm just gonna apply it right there and we'll blend it out in just a second. Just wanna place it there first. And what's so fun about these lip and cheeks are you can go as light or as dark as you want, because what I'm gonna do is flip that brush over and just blend it out. And this is the color Dahlia. I mean, how pretty of a spring color is that? Honestly, I think you can wear it year round, but I don't know, it just goes with the springtime. So that's Dahlia. And then I'm gonna take that and I'm just gonna put it on my finger here and apply it to my lips as well. And you can use the multitasker brush to apply it. I just like to use my finger. And same with this, you can go as light or as dark as you want. And I'll show you in a minute how you can kind of tone that down if you want to. So let's do Bella bronzer. Next, still using the blush bronzer, I'm gonna go in with the bigger end. And I'm just gonna go to the outer parts of my cheeks. I mean, how much of a difference does that make? And you don't have to use much. I just dabbed my brush in there. And it just gives this awesome color. Perfect for spring and summer. And you can also apply this to your face before you apply your highlights and stuff. Before you get started, and it'll kind of give you that glow already. And then you can just kind of apply it all over if you wanted to. I mean, perfect, right? All right, so easy enough. So let's do eyes, and then we'll do kind of illuminator at the end. So I'm gonna just kind of brush out my brows here. And I love the multitasker brush, the smaller end, to fill in my brows. And I like the color Trust. It's the eyeshadow color. And I just like to fill my brows in with that color. And I'm just using the multitasker brush. You can definitely use the line brush for this. That's for brows, if that's what you have. It does work great. I just find that I like how this one works for me. Because I'm not the best at filling in brows. Just like I'm not the best at contouring my nose. You know, there's just some things we're good at and some things we're not. And I'll be honest, those two things I am not the best at. I know this is like not the most fun to watch somebody fill in their brows, but just bear with me. We'll get to the next part, I promise. All right, so that's my brows, but I also want to show you, just throwing stuff now, this Glossier brow flick. And I'll try to get like really close, but still look in the mirror behind me. So all you do is just fill in your brows. And you can go through your whole brow if you want to. I just kind of do it right there on the edge. I don't know if you'll be able to see it from this angle or from this side. But it just works so well. It looks so natural. So fill in your brows. Let me know if you need help picking out a brow color for you. You can definitely use your contour. If you have a contour, you can use that. Or if you just have a darker brown and you want to try it out, or ask me first and I can kind of let you know if it'll work. So brows are done. I'm going to put on my lid primer here, and this is just Urban Decay, and I'm going to use the smaller end of my detail brush to just kind of blend that in. All right, so here's the fun part. I'm going to use a Lip+Cheek for the outer part of my eyelids today, and what I'm going to use is Black Cherry. And I'm going to take the smudge brush. I like the kind of more rounded end of the smudge brush versus there's kind of like a flatter end here and a round end. So I'm going to use the round end, and I'm going to go in to Black Cherry, and I'm just going to blend this all in. So if you've ever seen this Lip+Cheek and you don't have it and you think, oh my gosh, it's too dark, yeah, I'm definitely applying it to my lids right now. So honestly, Black Cherry, I think anybody could wear it because it's not as dark as it looks. I mean, you can definitely go dark with it if you wanted to, but it's so pretty on the skin. And it's just kind of different on each skin type. So if you have like a darker skin, it might just show up a little bit lighter. I think, I don't know, could be lying about that. Don't quote me on that, okay? Pretend like I didn't say that. But I just feel like different skin types, it just shows up different. So this is Black Cherry, or Lip+Cheek, and I'm using the smudge brush for this. And I have to bring mine up. I'll fix it in a minute. But I have to bring mine up because I do have hooded lids, so I definitely want to be able to see it once I open my lids. And then you can bring it down lower to your lower lid. And I'm using kind of that flatter end of the smudge brush to do that. All right. So that is Black Cherry, and I'll show you how to clean that up. So to clean up that line that you see there, go in with the brush that you use for your highlight, and you can kind of tame that down a little bit if you wanted to. You can also clean up the outer edges as well, whatever you prefer. So that is that. And you can go, of course, as light or as dark as you want. I think that's good for me. So that's Black Cherry there. So next, let's use, this is the color. Yeah, let's do this one. This is Soulmate. I'll kind of show you that one. This is Soulmate right here. I'm going to use my finger for this. I'm just going to go in and press. and I'll blend it in just a minute. So Soulmate with Black Cherry. This is one of our shimmers. I'm just using the eyeshadow brush to kind of get in that corner there. If you want to get a little bit heavier, just use that penciled end of the eyeshadow brush and apply it there. All right, so that is Soulmate. Get some up in here too. All right, so pretty pinks, kind of purplish color, but they blend really well together. All right, so going back in with the multitasker brush, I'm going to give my brows a little bit more detail. So I'm going to go in with my brightening highlight, and I'm just going to line my lower lid, my lower brows right there. This just kind of gives it a little bit more of a pop. And this is our multitasker brush. I'm just using that bigger end for it. All right, so that is that. Okay, and let's do Illuminator now. So I am going to go in with the color Pearl. Mine's a little dirty, but it's white. And my daughter Pearl actually got into this, so kind of funny. But this is one of our cream illuminators, and I'm just gonna press, well, not like that so much, but just kind of press right in there. Pressed a little too hard. And if you do that, just blend it out. Just had a little too much on my finger. So this is just kind of a subtle illuminator, I feel like, but it works perfect. And then I'm just gonna apply some here because I like kind of a white shimmer to my inner corners. And then just the tip of my nose, Cupid's bow a little bit. And this is where you can go in and kind of bring that color down a little bit if you want to. I mean, I really like this color, but I'll show you. Just put a little bit right there. All right, so how pretty. And last, I am just going to do my mascara. All right, and you can always go in with your setting powder if you wanted to. We'll do this one here. And you can just kind of set in those areas that you feel like you get a little bit more oily throughout the day. These are my areas here. Okay, that is it. So, pretty spring colors.